Hello Aries, and welcome to your Capricorn new moon and annular solar eclipse reading. The new moon and eclipse is taking place on December 26th, and I have actually done a video for all the astrology that's taking place during Capricorn season, so I'll leave that linked below because a lot of what's said there is going to make sense of what's coming through this reading as well, so check that out. But Aries, this eclipse and this new moon is all about truth and some big change that's pushing you towards your personal empowerment. So we're going to focus mainly on the truth that's coming to light, which area of your life that is, and which area of your life where change is coming through very strongly. Now, this reading is intended for December 26th through January 10th when we have the Cancer full moon lunar eclipse, but this energy could have started playing out in your life a couple weeks prior to this reading and can go through the end of January. We're just like wrapping up 2019 with this new moon and this eclipse to move into like new energy, new versions of ourselves. So Aries, let's see which area of your life has the highest potential of some truth coming to light. All right, so this is in your 6th house. This is about your habits, your routine, your daily, as well as your workplace. So the truth for you, Aries, has a lot to do with potential behavioral patterns or negative thinking about yourself, something about your routine. There's truth coming to light, and often that has to do with yourself. And this could be in situations where you've really been selling yourself short, making justifications for other people and their behavior, tolerating more than you should, accepting less than you deserve. Or this could be where, your spiritual team is really trying to bring your focus to the things that within yourself where you self-sabotage, where you give up before you try, or you give up right before the manifestation. So since this is a general reading, you've truly got to apply that how it fits for you. But Aries, there's going to be truths coming to light in the routine, obligation, duty area of your life, especially it's attached to you and the way you go about doing things. Now, for some others of you, this could be there's some scandal that comes to light within your workplace. I don't feel this is directly related to you just because this is the 6th house. More of like you're just in shock, like, oh my gosh, I never saw that coming. So let's pull a card to see the most potential of where you're going to have the biggest shift or change with this new moon and the eclipse. So we have the 4th house energy coming through, and that is your roots. And you want to know what's interesting is the full moon that we have in January is the Cancer full moon. And this right here, 4th house, is the house that Cancer rules. So Aries, there is going to be some sort of change to like your living situation, your home environment, or there's been this big balancing of karma that's been going on in 2019. And now as you move into 2020 under this new astrology, that's all resolved. So you're shifting into an entirely different experience in 2020. Again, general, so you'll just have to see exactly how that plays out. But change in your living situation, that could be very positive for some of you. You could really want to be moving, or you're finally able to buy a house, or something like that. But also with family being attached, there's some sort of change that could play out within your family unit. So we're going to pull more cards to see how this, directly affects you. But as far as truth, it has to do with like your habits, your routines, or something in the workplace. And then over here, the biggest area of change is your home, your family, or a big time karmic balance that's taken place. So let's pull some more cards. So we have hiding coming out over here under the truth. So whatever this is that gets exposed, whether you are finding out something about somebody else in the workplace, or this is where you're realizing your own patterns of behavior where you're like selling yourself short, or where you need to become more honest and aware of yourself. This is like something that's been just looming beneath the surface, and now it's time to spring forth and the truth to come out and all to be revealed. So if that happens in the workplace, Aries, that is a serious biggest scandal happening right there. Okay, over here for biggest change, we have the spring, the fresh, the yearning of morning. Very nice, Aries. This is positive energy attached to this change. So we like to see that. There's nothing to fear. You know, the karma balance, that's always a positive thing. You know, you've been through the hardest part and now it's time to step into some new energy, a new version of yourself, the spring, okay? If this is about your living situation, your home, your environment within the home, there's a very positive shift coming. You could be moving, or maybe somebody's moving in with you. There's this positive energy coming through in the home sector. And then lastly, if this is attached to family, Aries, this is healing. This is a fresh start. Maybe even adding a new member to the family, whether that's, you know, a child, or it could even be an animal, a cat, a dog, a bird, a reptile. You know, everybody has their own animal they connect to, but there definitely looks to be some expansion to the family. All right, let's pull some tarot. Knight of Cups. Ooh, Aries, with this Knight of Cups coming out in the workplace, there could be a little confession of love coming your way. Seven of Cups, that is absolutely speaking about habits or behaviors, routines that need to change within you, whether it's you need to become more real with yourself about your behavior, or it's where you need to recognize where you're giving and selling yourself short in certain connections in your life. And then, yes, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. The truth that comes to light is for your highest good, Aries, to help you out, you know, and another really strong indication of workplace energy. So in the workplace, some of you, this could be like a confession of love coming your way, or this could be where you're finding out like somebody's been like fooling around with each other, okay, or this just could be some interesting scandal that's finally coming to light that you really never saw coming, but it was just kind of always beneath the surface, okay? Ultimately, whatever the scandal is, Aries, it's like if somebody loses their job over it, it benefits you. And I hate to say that because we never want somebody to lose so that we can win. But I do see an element of that, like whatever this truth is could change things in such a way that it benefits you and you get promoted or you get a raise or something along those lines. All right. Now, if this is about where you need to become more self-aware of your habits, your choices, cause and effect, the consequences that are attached to stuff. You know, coming through with the Knight of Cups here, this is really a different perspective than you have had previously. It's like your spiritual team is really trying to show you all the ways in which you hold yourself back, you know, different things you do that may not be in the best interest of yourself. And then also in those situations where you really do sell yourself short and you give more than you receive, it's time for that to be addressed, because it's like there's prosperity that you're not receiving because there's something about your energy, your pattern, your routine, your behavior that needs to change because it's preventing some prosperity, or you need to really detach from some connections because they're taking more than they give, okay? So over here on the biggest change, look at that, the Death card. So yeah, big change going on in that fourth house. Nine of Swords, which is bringing about a great relief to your mental body. And lastly, Three of Cups that ends in a glorious and wonderful celebration, Aries. So whether this is, you know, an addition to the family, or this is your moving house, a change in the living situation or environment, or this is, you know, where your karma has been balanced, Aries, you cannot lose with the shifting change coming in the fourth house energy. It's like you're leaving something behind that really worried you and troubled you and brought you down, you know, maybe even gave you some nightmares, and now you're moving into a place of celebration. So this Capricorn new moon and this annular solar eclipse looks to be quite positive for you. you, Aries. It's just bringing things up that must be addressed and changed, you know, so that you can achieve the prosperity that you desire, and then a beautiful change coming into that fourth house energy. So let's pull some advice. So over here for the truth, we have go within and find your inner peace. Problems resolve when you listen to your inner self. Yeah, there you go. Your spirit guide's really trying to bring you into awareness, all right, about yourself, where you're giving too much or where you may need to change some of your own behavior. And this doesn't really speak for that workplace energy, but there you go for the rest of the message. And then over here for the biggest change, what you are waiting for, the life you're dreaming of awaits you. I love it. Aries, yeah, you were finally having a good shift here in this fourth house energy. And I feel 2020 is going to be a much better year for you in regards to fourth house energy. And again, we have that Cancer full moon. So around the 10th of January, or, you know, the 4 weeks following that, that might be when the new edition comes in, or we're moving house, or now that karma's been balanced, a big positive return is coming in. So those are your messages, Aries. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.